Hello everyone, Daniel. It's a very beautiful day. Before me I have the Itel Power Tank. I've been using this bad boy for the past 2 weeks. In my previous video I made it known to you guys I was going to come back and do an in-depth review after I've used it for some time, and it's 2 weeks and I think it's long overdue. One thing I want you to understand is that I'm not making this video to praise the brand. I bought this guy with my hard-earned money. It wasn't sent to me by the brand, so whatever I'm going to tell you guys here is actually the truth and from my real-time usage of this boy. So the first thing I want to point out is that this guy charges with light and also charges with solar. And one thing you want to understand is that after buying this guy, you might not buy it with the solar panel. You might be buying it like just the packet alone, how I bought mine, without the panel. You might be buying without the panel. So you need to be ready to get the other peripherals, it's going to be working with this boy. We basically have an AC in port here where you can plug it directly to the light and it charges, and it also has a solar port where you can charge it through solar. So you need to prepare your mind because you might not buy it with the solar panel. It might just come in a box like this. So for me, I bought the 450 watt solar panel. Initially someone gifted me a panel, but I think it was small, So when I got the guy who was supposed to come do the installation for me, because I don't do solar, I didn't want to gamble with anything, or I didn't want to spoil something, so I had to get a professional to come do the installation for me, and I will advise you to do so. I got a solar panel, I got a cable that's gonna run from the roof to the boy, and I also got circuit breakers. If you are gonna charge it with a light, I don't think you need a circuit breaker, but if you're charging it with solar, basically need to heed to the advice of the professionals. They say if you're charging it through the sun with solar, to protect it from thunder and overcharging and all of those things, you need to get the circuit breaker. I don't know, I didn't just want to argue, I just wanted to do the right thing. So I was just like, okay, let's get it done. Here's why you would want to buy a 450 watts and basically even 500 watts if you have the cash with you, is that the higher, the bigger the panel, the faster this guy charges. Another thing I want you to know is that this guy charges faster what I was thinking it's gonna be, like not with the solar, with the light. It charges faster, way faster, like 2 times faster with light than with solar. I don't know, probably maybe we were in the rainy season, we haven't really gotten the really hot sun, so I can't really tell if it charges faster, but for what I've been using these past few weeks, it charges way faster with light than solar. I haven't really used it to 0. I wouldn't advise you to do that. I think the most I've used it to is 30%, and I have no plans of using it till it's dead, totally dead, before I started charging it from. I have no plans of doing that, and I would not advise you to do that too if you really want to extend the battery life of this guy. I don't know if it's a myth or something, but I feel the best way to preserve the battery life of anything is not to actually use it until it's dead. This guy charges at least 1 hour and some few minutes from 30% to full. Like from 30% to full, it charges in 1 hour and some minutes. So basically, if it's dead, it's gonna basically take you like 2 hours to charge to full. It might not get to 2 hours actually. I was thinking it's gonna be something of like 4 hours, 3 hours and all those things, but it's surprising because that was the selling point of the EcoFlow brand, and that's why I was like having a double mind with these and the EcoFlow, because the EcoFlow, it says, has a fast charge. It will charge in 1 hour time is already filled up and all of those things. But if this guy charges as fast as this, I don't think it has any problem, but it doesn't charge like that with the solar. Can't guarantee you, I can't say it's gonna charge like that with the sunlight. It charges considerably slower with sunlight than with light. And if you are charging it and you are using it, let's say you are using it in the daytime, there are 2 ways. When you're using it in the daytime, you're basically charging. If you're using solar, you're basically charging and using it at the same time. You're charging with sunlight. I will not guarantee you that it's going to be charging when you are using it. When the sun goes down, it's going to stop charging. So there are times that the sun is heating up and it's charging and they're using it, and then when the sun goes down, it's not charging again. So when you're using it, like, it's going to be like 1% is entering, 1% is out, 5% is out, 1 is entering. So that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth with the battery if you're using it in the daytime and it's charging. So it's not like it's gonna be 100% and you are using it still 100%. using it in the daytime, the battery is gonna be moving back and forth, you understand, and it might get lower. It might be going lower actually if the sunlight is not that harsh. It might be going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. So here's the trick: if you're using this in the daytime, you want to, you just give yourself some intermittent break and leave it to charge for a while, and then you come back and use it again. That's if you're working throughout the day, like you don't leave any spaces, like you just want to keep it on, like 247 in the daytime. But if you have breaks, you can just turn it off, let it to charge. When you come back, you resume your work. Probably you use this guy very fine in the daytime. Nighttime is different from daytime because you're using it and you're not charging it. So when you are using it in the nighttime without charging, now we are getting to usage. We are done with charging. I was privileged to use it from 3 a.m. till morning, like 3 a.m. till 7. I used it from 100 and I still had 55% left in this bad boy. What was the load? I had my fan plugged in and I had my laptop plugged in. So my laptop is basically 230 watts charger. So this guy can only take a load of 500 watts. I don't know what's gonna happen if you exceed 500 watts. I've not tried it before. I don't want to try it. I've read the reviews about it. What people say is gonna trip off, but nobody tells me if it's gonna come back after it trips off. So I don't want to even try that. So I would advise you to check the load limit of whatever you are using and don't let it exceed 500 watts. I can't guarantee you what is going to happen because it hasn't happened. I won't let it happen to me, so I would advise you not to let it happen to you. So check the load limit of whatever you're going to plug into this guy. Make sure it doesn't exceed 500 watts. So another thing is that I tried something crazy with this guy. I am running a studio, so I was just like, okay, let me check if probably I don't have light. Can I use this bad boy to run my studio? Will it fit all the light in my studio? Let's assume I don't have light and I have an important video to film. Is this bad boy gonna hold up until I'm done with whatever I'm filming? It might interest you that this bad boy did it. It powered the light in my studio and I was very surprised. For how long, I don't know. I didn't wait to see how long it's gonna withstand that, but it did it. I don't think it's gonna stay long doing that. I'm really impressed with this guy. And another thing you might want to notice that it's not silent. There is this fan inside here that blows, when it's working, when it's charging, and when you are using it. Let me power it on and let's see if we can hear how the fan sounds. So basically I think this fan is to keep this guy cool when it's working so that it's not going to overheat and all of that. So I want to say it has a very cool packaging. The build is nice, the build is sexy, the build is cool. Not anything fancy, but it's matured enough. So I'm going to turn this mic to the fan noise. So I don't know if my mic could pick that, but that's the noise level. I don't think it's anything crazy. If it's for the safety of the guy, why not? If it likes it blow like hell, as long as it doesn't disturb whatever I'm doing, at least let it keep the guy safe. Do I recommend this guy? Actually, to me, it's good. It gets the job done. But if you are living in that area where you don't even see, lighting like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it might be a headache for you because, charges very well with sunlight, but will you have that sunlight all the time? That's the problem. In dry season where you have a whole lot of sun, it's gonna be a game changer. You understand? It's gonna be a game changer. In rainy seasons like this where we have little or no sunlight, it's gonna be a headache for you. But if you're using it for like a backup, you have light, but then your light goes off for like 2, 3, 4 hours and then it comes back. This is perfect for you. Actually, you're gonna enjoy it and you're gonna get value for your money. I wish I could lay hands on another brand to see how other guys work, because it seems like I'm awarding this guy a whole lot of undue praises. So I wish I could compare it to something, another brand or something, so that I would be able to tell you guys, okay, fine, these are the pros and these are the cons for this guy. But right now I can't really put my hands on any pro and cons. I'm just giving you guys my honest feedback from this guy alone. So if probably I have to compare it with another brand, probably I'll be able to tell you which one is better. But for now, this guy gets the job done. And if you need something that's gonna stand as a backup for you, something something that, you know, you have light though, but then for some hours, you know, light goes off and it takes a little time for it to come back, this guy will get the job done. But if you do not see light in your area for like, you know, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then you feel like this guy is gonna be a game changer for you, it might not be a game changer for you. It might not be a game changer for you, except you're gonna be taking it out to go and charge. You know, every day you carry it to charge like a power bank or something, and then you bring it back. But then that's gonna be very stressful for you. And how long are you gonna charge it? Because you bring it back to your house, let's say use it from, and I used it from morning. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Okay, I said it. I was using it with the sunlight. I was using sunlight in daytime. I was privileged to have a sunlight. But if you don't have sunlight, sorry for you. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying, basically, because I don't think it would have held up if I did not have sunlight, because I had to sometimes excuse it for a little while for it to charge up before I come back and use it again. But I think if I was using it straight up like that from, you know, in the afternoon, I don't think it would be able to hold up till night. You know, I used it from morning. I used it from morning till 5 p.m. and I still had 35% in this guy. So when I say morning, I mean like from 6 a.m. to 5. So it basically lasted the whole day because we had sunlight and I gave it some little time. That's what I told you. If you are using the daytime, you need to give it some time to charge, else it's gonna be back and forth to the battery. Sometimes you lose 10% for it to charge back and give you 1% or 2, 3, 4, 5%. If you keep using it without allowing it to charge, it's gonna be going down. So if the sunlight is very strong, it might be hovering around a level. It's not going down, it's not going up, so it's just there, you know. So, and it also depends on what you're using. You know, if you're not using anything too powerful, you might actually probably use it for charging your phones. You know, there is something else. My fan, I think my fan draws more power from this guy than even my laptop in the first. Like I don't know. But when I plug my fan, it's like this guy I'm losing more percentage in this guy than or more. So that's just basically all it is for this guy. So probably I'll lay my hands on another brand and then we're gonna do a comparison video on which one works better. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and peace out for now.